So this demo is about the SAP Production Planning module. We'll try to cover all the functionalities available in the Production Planning module. So this is one overview screen. In this demo, we'll see what are the basic components and functionality available in the SAP Production Planning module. The basic component and the organization element, how the organization structure is formed in the SAP. See, the organization structure is common for all SAP modules because every module is going to use the same structure. Then we'll see the master data used in the production process, and after that we'll see the how the manufacturing flow works in SAP. So this is example of organization structure in the production planning. It is common for production as well as the procurement. See, the topmost level which is mentioned here is a 141 is our client. Client is a unique key which define our company's total profile. Next one is your company code. When we talk about the company code is used to have a accounting unit as a separate accounting unit. Suppose you are having one company, you're having, we'll take example of a multinational company which is functioning different across the globe, and they're having multiple vertical in their one company, like chemical vertical, like their petrochemical vertical, their steel vertical. So under the one company, there may be a different company code in order to know the profit of individual business verticals. After that comes is our plant. Now, the plant is an actual physical location where manufacturing process will be done or goods will be manufactured and the procurement will take place. So actual working location is a plant. After that, the last key is a storage location. Basically, storage location is the key which is used to identify the exact location of the material within the organization. Storage location is the key which is linked to the plant. Like here is RM01 is the key which is used, which will be used for raw material storage. Then FG01 is the key which will be used for finished goods storage. So this is not necessary that every time we'll keep the RM01 as a storage location for raw material. This key varies as per the customer requirement or company's need. So if we're going to see the stock of any product in the company, we'll see that okay, X quantity is laying at plant 1110 and Y quantity is laying at plant 1120, like this. This is one screen which will show us about the assignment of the different organization structure. Here my 1110, the blue box, is my company code. See, the under 1110, the second hierarchy level, my plant, these all are my plant. I'm having these many plants under my company code 1110. 1000 is my utility plant. Utility means it is for the power generation. Then 2000 is for production plant, which is used for the production. 1020 is my regional office and head office. Here, as I said, that plant is a manufacturing location, but there are another concept of plant. We call it a logical plant. They are not actual manufacturing location, but we want to track their expenses and their performance in terms of their profit. So the regional office and head office also we can create as a plant, but these will be the logical plant only. And the last key under this 1000 utility and 2000 production plant, last key is my CH01 RM0. It means that it is my storage location. And here each plant can be assigned to only one company code, because what is plant? Plant is your profit generating unit. So you cannot assign your profit generating unit to the multiple company code because you want to track profit on the company code level. Now this is a screen which, see, the SAP PP is said a central module of SAP because the basic purpose of ERP is to monitor, control and accounting of the your product. So SAP PP is in the center is a central module. It is linked with the sales and distribution. When you are going to sell your product in the market, it will be linked with the sales and distribution. Next is your material management. See, if for producing anything, definitely you are going to purchase some raw material from market. So that raw material procurement comes through my material management module. Then controlling is used to cost the product. In a controlling, you have a two kind of cost. One is your fixed cost, second is your variable cost. So the costing of the product is handled through the CO module. Then quality management. Quality management, suppose you have manufactured one product and you want to check whether it is fit for customer need or not. It comes under the quality management. And then human resources. Definitely in a production process, you need some labor, officers, engineer. So it is integration with the HR module. The final one is your finance module. See, the whatever we are doing in SAP, whether it is production, recording of the production data, procurement of the materials, sales of my finished goods, it is what is the basic purpose of ERP? Basic purpose of ERP is to make my profit day to day basis. I should have my profit on day to day basis. So in that case, system will record all kind of valuation material prices in the FI module. So FI module will be linked to each and every module. So during this process, we'll see that what how the SD is linked to the PP, MM is linked, CO is linked, QM is linked. Then next is type of data. In SAP, there are two type of data. First is your master data. Master data are like your material management. If you want to purchase some material from market, so definitely you should have some master who is going to purchase, what will be the specification of my product, the number, what is the my unit of measure. These are all master data. Master data are base data for SAP. Then comes the transaction data. Whenever we do any kind of transaction in SAP, whether it is the production booking, my raw material consumption, my procurement from vendor, these all called as a transaction data. And third one is we call reporting. So SAP is a composition of three data: master data, transaction data, and reporting. You have a master, then you perform some transaction, and after that you have some database. So the report is normally a view of your database, how you want to see your data. So this is a list of master data used in PP. First master is my material master, which is common for all. Then second is my bill of material, we call it BOM. Third is my routing. Routing is a list of activities to be performed to get a particular product. Then work center. Work center is a station where we'll perform our actual production. Then production version. Production version is used to control the assignment of bill of material and routing to the production order. We'll see that in detail. So here, what is material master? The material master contains information of all information which is required for procurement and production, store and sale. Suppose if we see the material master of raw material, so it will have some purchasing related details. But if we see the material master of some finished products, it will have some sale related detail. Okay, and like if we see some material master of a store item, your maintenance part, so it will have a maintenance related detail. In that way, the material masters are distinguished. Here the material type are given. The finished product, here I have taken example of a finished product as a water bottle. So what you need for water bottle, suppose your finished product is your water bottle. Semi-finished product, semi-finished product are of nature which either you can produce in house or you can procure from outside also. So I have considered here semi-finished product as my bottle cap. Then what is raw material? The PP granule, the plastic granules used to mold the bottle is my raw material, and some additive. And finally, the packing material. The packaging boxes, the packaging boxes will be my packing material. This is the one screen which is showing that how the basic data in PP links with each other. See the central part showing that basic data here. Here is my material master. So material master is linked with my bill of material. It will have a link with my engine change management. It will have a link with my routing. Will have a link with my work center. And on basis of work center, definitely work center. When we define the work center, we define some capacity of the work center. Suppose my X machine can produce a thousand bottles in a day. It means that this 1,000 bottle is my capacity. So on basis of my work center capacity, I can plan my capacity, which is linked here. Here the capacity planning. So capacity planning is also a part of a production planning module. And on basis of my routing is list of operation. I'll tell you in detail. The product costing, the actual product of the cost of the product will be calculated in the product costing. And material master will have a link with my company code, valuation area, and plant, because every material is definitely having some value. Now come the bill of material. Bill of material is a complete list of material which you want to produce a material. As I given you example that for a water bottle, what you required what a cap of the bottle and the PP granules and some chemical additives. So when we create a bill of material for water bottle, we'll list down the three items. First is your raw material, PP granule. Second is your caps. Third is your additive. So my water bottle bill of material will have a three component. This is example of a simple bill of material. Let us see. This is single level bomb structure. Here, this X tab 200 mg is a one tablet of 200 mg. It will have a three component: BKQ1, BKQ2, and PK01. This is a very simple level bomb. Next is multiple level bomb. Here in if you can see that your finished product is 100 mg tablet, and for producing the finished product 100 mg tablet, you need BKZ1 as a one component, BKZ2 as a one component, and PK02 as a one component. But BKZ1 is also having his own bomb. Under the BKZ1, APQ1 and RMA, APQ1 and RMA is your raw material. So first how the system will come to know. See, first of all we'll go and produce the BKZ1 with the help of raw material APQ1 and RMA, and finally the BKZ1 material will be used for producing my 100 mg tablet. This is called the multiple level bill of material. This is structure of bill of material. If you can see that here my material is a gearbox. Here my plant 4000 is my plant code. Alternative bomb is 1. We can create a alternative bombs for a single item also. So for gearbox assembly, we need four component here and down. The item number 10 is my SRDG ball bearing. Two numbers. I need two numbers for producing a gearbox. Then again the second item, again this is a SRDG ball bearing, again two numbers, and then third item is my clutch, which is one in quantity, and fourth is my key parallel. This again two in quantity. Here, if you can see that here the validity of bill of material are defined. The validity is used to control the assignment of a BOM component to the finished product. Suppose in rainy season, I'll give example of one chemical process. Suppose in rainy season where there is a huge moisture in air, in that case we need to add some more additive or cleaning as agent during our chemical reaction. So, but the requirement of the additive or chemical agent is only for the monsoon reason. It is not for the it won't be required throughout the year. So here we can define the validity of the individual bomb component. So bomb uses, where bombs are used. So bombs can be used, the bill of material can be used in the production, then in costing, because your total list of raw material will give you the total cost of the product. So it will have a link with the costing. Then plant maintenance. If you are going to assign some kind of machinery, then it will have a link with the plant maintenance, and then finally the engineering. Now it is work center. Work center is the key where we perform operational activity. Suppose in water bottle manufacturing process, your molding machine is your work center. Second, you are packing your bottles in a cartons. So your carton packing location is your work center. So work center is used to show the exact workplace. Second, it is used to calculate the capacity, and it is used in the capacity planning and capacity evaluation. Work center are used in routing, network, and inspection plans. So here are some work center categories are defined. Individual work center. Individual work center mean it has its own individual ones. So individual work center will have its own identity. Second, the work center group, the power unit. Suppose let us take example of laptop. Laptop is your individual work center, but when your multiple n number of laptops are working together, like our SAP server or anything where multiple racks are working for a common cause, it is called the work center group. Third is a production line. Production line is a line which is the, suppose I will take example of a bike manufacturing. Bike manufacturing start from point 1 until end on point 20. So this total production line will be considered as a single work center because my product will be finished after certain stages. Then group or a person. This is an example of a work center. Here in plant trip under 1100, I have created 4 work centers: as a preheater, molding, assembly, and the packaging. Suppose you bought some plastic granules for bottle manufacturing, and you want to preheat so that your energy will be saved. So the preheating will be done at W01 work center, and the final molding of your bottle will be done on your W02 work center, and the assembly of bottle mean the cap fixing, it will be done on W03, and final the packaging will be on W04. So this is a list of work center used in the bottle manufacturing. It is also useful in the capacity and scheduling and product costing. Now the third master is your routing. Routing described as the processing steps required to produce a material or provide a service in industries. Routing is a list of operations to be performed to get the finished product. Again, routing is a list of operations to be performed for getting your finished. Here, this is example of a this is example of how the routings and work centers are linked together. Suppose routing operation number 10. Here the operation number 10. Okay. So here the operation number 10 is my granule heating. This is my one activity. Operation number 20 is my bottle making. This is my second activity. Operation number 30, cap fixing and packaging. This is my third activity. So on activity number 10, operation number 10, my work center preheater is assigned. Operation number 20, bottle making, my work center number W2, that is my molding is assigned. And operation number 30, the packaging and assembly, the two work center are assigned here. So in this way, the work center are linked with the routing. Now we see what are the different kind of production strategies in production planning. There are two kind of production strategies works in the production planning module. The first one is we call it make to order scenario. Second, we call it make to stock scenario. I'll give example of a industry. A company will start producing only after getting a sales order from the customer is considered as a make to order company because they will start production after getting confirmed sales order from the market. They won't produce anything without sales order. So this is a make to order scenario. Second company is a company which will keep producing, and after production completion they'll search the potential buyer for the in the market. So this is a basic difference between these two companies. Here for a make to stock scenario, I give example of a company. Suppose our laptop. Laptop companies are all the electronic goods companies are working on the make to stock scenario. They first produce. They just assume that okay, I'll be able to sell this number of laptop in the market. On basis of that, they create one tentative plan and they start producing. And after production, they dispatch the material. The second scenario, the make to stock scenario, where suppose you want some customized Jaguar or some Mercedes, so kind of car. So in that case, the company will start producing the customized car after your sales order. Many companies are working on both the scenario, and many are working on make to stock scenario. This is one flow of make to order scenario. In this process, you create a sales order in SD. So here the sales and distribution module is linked with my production planning module, and after that the requirement of my finished product will be transferred to my production department, that is my PP module. On basis of a final product requirement, production people will check their stock and order their raw material, and they'll procure raw material from the market. So it means here the module link up, and after the production the costing will take place. So the costing will be captured under the controlling module. The CO module is linked here, and after that it will be dispatched. See here in SD part, the left side window, order received. After receiving the order, MRP, the material requirement planning will be done. What quantity and what date I want the material. After production will start, and goods receipt will be taken at your storage location. After this will be a sales order stock, because this material is specifically produced for X or Y customer. So it will be my sales order stock, and after on sales receiving the sales order stock, material will be delivered. Here my inventory will be increased. My production inventory, the finished product inventory will be increased, and it will be delivered to my customer, and I need to issue the material from my SAP. So it will reduce my inventory. Here, see, this reduces the sales order stock, and after the billing, my invoicing and all that. So this is one scenario for make to order. Now we'll see how the make to stock works. Here, the first step is create plant independent requirement. The meaning of plant independent requirement is that we have fixed some target based on our market survey that okay, we will be able to sell this much quantity in the coming months. So the tentative figure is we call the plant independent requirement. On basis of plant independent requirement, the material requirement planning will be done. If we have enough component in our stock, then we'll start producing. If we don't have, then we'll go and procure the component from market, and after the finished product is produced. And the last step, fifth one, the customer will place an order. So this is a basic difference between the make to order and make to stock scenario. That in make to order scenario, process will start from sales order, your customer order, while in make to stock scenario, your process will end on customer order. So in first one, make to order, the first step will be my sales order, and in make to stock, my last step will be receiving the sales order and dispatch the quantity to the customer. Here we have seen that in a previous slide that one term as a MRP, Material Requirement Planning. So how the MRP works? The main task of the MRP is to determine that what quantity of the material is required for production and what time, on what date it is required. It may be it can be in-house produced, or it may be external procurement. If it is in-house produced, it means that you are producing some semi-finished product for your finished product. So it is considered a semi-finished production. If it is external procurement, so it will have a link with the your material management module. So see here the demand management, again the demand from the market based on your cell survey, the quantity, then master production scheduling in this case will come to know in what quantity and what date we want the material, the scheduling of your procurement. Then material requirement planning, what quantity you want, and finally the process order, the production process. So we'll see that how the MRP calculate the requirement. So suppose you received a one sales order of 1,000 number of laptop. So when we run the MRP, first of all, system go and check the current position of your raw material. Here, in case of a laptop, your raw material may be your keyboard, your hard disk, your RAM, your motherboard, your display. These all are a product which is required to produce a laptop. So all these components will be listed as your BOM component. It will call your BOM component. So first of all, system will go and explode your BOM and will find out that what item you require. After that, it will go and check that whether this item are in the stock or not. If it is not in the stock, then system will automatically create a purchase requisition based of a required quantity. Here, one interesting thing is that suppose after running the MRP, you come to know that you require only one RAM, but in market RAM is not available in a one quantity. You have to buy in a punch in lot of 100 number. So you cannot buy one because one, first thing is it is not available in the market, and second, if somehow it is available, then it will be very costly. So these kind of things are controlled through the lot sizing. This one, you fix that your lot size will be of 100 numbers. So whether your requirement is of one number or it will be 99 number, system will create a order for 100 number because you have defined that your economic order quantity is 100 number. So this is called the lot sizing. and order scheduling. On basis of your work center capacity, order will be scheduled and the delivery date of your component will be determined automatically. Here, the bill of material explosion, which I already told you, then internal production or external purchase. This is defined in already in the material master. If you are able to produce some material in-house, so system will give you the planned order, and if you are not able to produce, then system will give you the purchase requisitions. So this is a screen of how the MRP are listed. So this is the MRP controller. Here MRP controller is definitely is going to my one person. Then group of material for which controller is responsible. Then controller MRP list. MRP list is a proposal of a MRP planning run. The outcome of a MRP planning run. And the planner can see and monitor the different material movement activity by this list, whether it is goods issue or goods receipt. Then production order scheduling. When we create a process order or production order, we must have a start and finish date of our order so that we'll be able to know that when we will be able to dispatch the material to customer. So it is called the scheduling of the production. Scheduling is done, as I told you, that in your work center you can define capacity. Suppose you had defined your work center capacity as a 1,000 bottle per day, and you got an order for 10,000 bottle. Then when you convert that sales order into production order, system will automatically go and check your work center capacity, and basis of that work center capacity, system will determine that how many days are required. Here the 10 days will be required. So system will start the production and it will tell the finish date. In case of a make to order scenario, system d- go for the backward scheduling. In your sales order, the sales guy given that I want 1,000 bottle on 15th for Feb. Fine. So system will go and check that whether capacity available or not. If capacity is available, then it will back calculate my requirement from 15. The finish date will be 15 and it will give me the start date of 5th. So as per the system, I should start my production on 5th of Feb. This is the example of backward scheduling. In a similar way, if you want to go for some forward scheduling, these scheduling are generally decided as per your production requirement, and it vary from company to company requirement. Many companies go for the current date scheduling. See, they say that okay, we just want to start production from current date. Current date means today. This is one production cycle. So here you see that creation of the order. So this order is a production order. Production order consists all the necessary details required to produce a material. So when we create the production order, system fetch some details in the background. So first of all, suppose you want to create a order for your water bottle. So system first of all will go and pick up your bill of material, your cap, your granules, and after that system will go and select your routing. It means that system has selected two things: what component you required and what activities you require. Suppose there are different kind of color water bottles. So for some coloring of the water bottle, you may need to add one more activity. So there is a differentiation between the two process. One is your transparent bottle, second is your coloring bottle. So for coloring you need one more activity, so it will have a differentiation between these activity. Then system will go and check the schedule dates and time based on the forward or backward scheduling, whichever you selected. And after that, system will go and calculate the capacity, whether capacity you have a capacity or not. Then it will find your planned cost. It planned cost will be calculated on basis of your raw material list. Then when you release the order, if something is missing, it is at the time of order creation, there is one functionality which is called the availability check. System is automatically perform the availability and determine that whether the material is available in stock or not. This is called the availability check. If availability check gets failed, then system will create a purchase requisition. Here it is given. Then we'll release the order. It means that order is ready for production. So then the print shop floor paper, some specific kind of instruction which you want to pass to the shop floor guys for the material handling, or any kind of instruction which is we called as shop floor papers. Here, then issue material to order. Issue material means here we issue the material, the raw material, your cap, your plastic granule to the order. Then availability check. Then comes here confirm of completion. It means that you have to confirm your operations in a SAP. Suppose your last was packing. So when we confirm your operation, we confirm operation step by step. First of all, we'll say that okay, I have done preheating of 10 metric ton of plastic granule. After that, the next operation is my molding. So we'll confirm that okay, we have produced 500 bottles. So these kind of confirmations are required to know my WIP, work in process. And finally, the receiving of the complete good into stock. And on basis of the confirmation, system will calculate my actual cost. So here the difference between my planned cost and actual cost is my profit or loss, which is covered under the product costing part. This is one screen of production order confirmation. Here the order number will be given, then activity, the operation number, then all details capacity will be captured automatically. Now the confirmation type, you can confirm your operation partially or fully. Then quantity which you want to confirm, then dates, on which date you have posted. If there is any rework, suppose your bottles got damaged, so you need to do some kind of rework, so it is mentioned in the rework column. And the operator name, engineer name, and total time used. It is all the gray fields is automatically calculated or fetched through the standard SAP. Here you can also define what was the reason for your rework. Suppose there are two things. Either your bottle got damaged, so rework is possible. Second thing is that rework is not possible. It means that you have to scrap the bottle. So you can define your scrap and rework both here. So here we can define the rework reason. Here we can define what was the reason for my scrap and the quantity of scrap. Here in a similar way, the rework quantity. So the completion of operation. Here, as I told you that operation number will first confirm the operation number 10, then 20, then 30 and 40. These are at four operation: assemble board, assemble case, assemble unit, and final test. This is an example of one laptop. So the operations can be confirmed partially or final confirmation. It can be done single or collective. Here meaning of single or collective is that if you want to confirm a operation one by one, so it will call a single. If you want to confirm all operation in one go, it will call a collective. Now there is another kind of confirmation which we call it as a milestone confirmation. Milestone confirmation is used to mention some kind of milestone during your process. Then reduction of capacity requirement, when suppose you confirm your operation, okay, I have produced, it means that your capacity is unloaded, your work center is free for another work, so capacity reduction. And finally the determination of actual cost on basis of your confirmation. Then confirmation data, in a confirmation data We pick up the yield, scrap quantity, scrap reason, then we enter the start date or finish date when we completed and what quantity we completed. Then last the activities, setup, machine, labor. Here the activity, the meaning of activity is linked with the activity based costing. Then comes the product costing. When we talk about the product costing, see every product has two kind of cost. One is your fixed cost, second is your variable cost. The fixed cost comes from your bill of material, and the variable cost comes from your activity. Suppose you want some, we have taken example of water bottles. So for producing 1,000 water bottles, you require 8 hours. It means that you need a labor for 8 hours also. So the labor kind of activity is comes under your variable activity, because suppose your machine is breakdown, it is not working, but definitely you are going to pay the labor, so it is variable cost. It is not directly linked. But if your machine is stopped, so it means that your raw material won't be consumed, so it will have a direct relation. The thing which is directly relation, one-to-one relation, comes under the fixed cost, and which are not directly related, which comes under the variable cost. This is one basic production cycle. It is a cycle of production planning. Here the month-wise production quantity and raw material norms, SOP oblique demand. It means that we have defined some kind of production target. This we call it budget. On basis of that, monthly production plan or daily production plan is created. Now the creation of a process order. On basis of your plan, you'll create a production order. System will process order, will check the quantity of your previous day's actual to know the variances. On creation of your process order, system will copy the bill of material, your recipe, your routing as per the production version. Here, in a production version, we define the validity of your bill of material and recipe for particular production order. Then your actual quantity confirmation, then COR6. These all are a COR1, COR6, your T code for SAP. Based on actual quantity and actual norm, the raw material consumption will be booked. Then in COR6, in the same T code, will confirm the production. Will confirm the production. The final production or goods receipt will be taken at your last operation. Here, and last thing is stock review. After the goods received, you can say will be able to see stock in your company or in plant. Then after the TECO means technical completion. It means that the order is completed and nothing is remaining. Then last is order settlement. Order settlement is activity where we calculate the difference between planned cost and actual cost and settle it to a price difference general ledger account. So on basis of your planned versus actual difference, system automatically update your product cost. The product costing is very helpful to know, to monitor, and to control your expenditure during the production process. So here one example of how the QM, the quality management module, is link up. So in quality management module, there are different inspection type. Here, in case of a PP module, the main two inspection types are used. One is the in-process inspection. Suppose we are producing a bottles, right? So in during the production, we want to check the quality of bottles during the production. So it comes under your in-process inspection. So when we confirm the when we confirm our operation, system will create an inspection lot, and in inspection lot we have to fill up our predefined characteristic of the product. On basis of that, system will create an inspection plan, and at the time of confirmation, system will generate the inspection lot in background, and after inspecting the product, will enter the actual results. Then the post process. The post process means that your product is finally produced, and it is ready, and you are going to once again you are going to finally taken the goods receipt for the production order. So inspection which you carried out after the production is called as a post process inspection, which you carries during your process is called the in process inspection. That's all. Thank you.